Welcome to another episode of Flavor Judge, where I, just for the fun of it, examine a magic card and judge whether or not from a lore perspective it accurately represents the character or event it depicts. Earlier this week, I released a lore video discussing the Abzan houses, so I figured it's only natural that today's Flavor Judge takes a scrutinizing look at their Khan, Anafenza the Foremost. Now, unlike the subjects in previous Flavor Judge videos, there's not a great deal of information on Anafenza. She's featured in only a single Uncharted Realms story which details her backstory and not much else. Despite this, we do know Anafenza's reputation among her clan as a strong leader who's always ready to lead the charge against the enemy. In addition, we know that the Abzan are a clan that cares about +1/+1 counters through the mechanic Outlast. With that said, let's examine her card. Anafenza the Foremost is a legendary creature human soldier with 4 power, 4 toughness that costs 1 white, 1 black, and 1 green. She has 2 effects. The first ability triggers whenever she attacks, putting a +1/+1 counter on another tapped creature you control. Her second ability causes any creature card that would be put into an opponent's graveyard to be exiled instead. While Anafenza's first ability does play into the Abzan's focus on +1/+1 counters, I find myself a bit disappointed that it's not Outlast, even if Outlast was a bit of a weak mechanic. Alternatively, it could have been some variant of Outlast, or a lord-like ability that gives Outlast in some way to other creatures you control. Her second ability, meanwhile, has nothing to do with her character from a flavor point of view, nor does it mechanically tie into the Abzan in any way. It feels very out of place, especially when the Abzan, in the lore, have a focus on venerating the dead. While white doesn't really get access to haste, it is available in black and green, so I find myself confused as to why a character who leads the Abzan into battle, even being called the Foremost, doesn't have haste in any form. Anafenza's abilities don't mesh with one another, and only one of them sort of ties into her role as leader of the Abzan houses. If she had access to just her first ability and some form of haste, I'd be glad to judge her a flavor win. Sadly, her card lacks focus and synergy with the lore of the clan she controls, so I personally deem this card a flavor fail. I certainly hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you next time.